Our committee was very active, both Republicans and Democrats, in trying to expand by encouraging many of our community banks. There are about 7,000 in the country. When I took over as chair 5 years ago, only 1,300 were participating in the small business programs. Now I'm proud to say that there are 2,400 SBA lenders, you being one of them, around the country. So what could you share with us about what some of your ideas might be to even expand that number to more community banks that could be partners with the SBA? What do you think we could do better, the federal government, to either minimize unnecessary regulations or paperwork that would encourage banks to really become partners with us, because they're the ones that know the customers, they're the ones that are in, the communities. How do you see community banks particularly being a partner with you in your new role?
Thank you, Senator, again, for your overall leadership in this regard. Specifically, let me just share with you what I've been experiencing. What I see is that largely large and small financial centers have been addressing the area of small business loans to families and to entrepreneurs across America. But indeed, it is the small local community banks that really benefit from this product the most. And for some of us, and again, I'm just sharing my personal experience, unless you have a specialized officer in the bank that really understands the covenants, the warrants, the underwriting, the standards that SBA promulgates, it's somewhat daunting and a little overwhelming. And you want to make sure that when you're pursuing an SBA loan and there's a guarantee element, you want to make sure that you're not sacrificing that whether it's a 50%, 75, or 90% guarantee, depending on the product. And so what I've really been pleased with is that already SBA has made some progress on that. The introduction of the SBA 1, for example, the way that they are clearing up the paperwork, streamlining, delegating authority to so many of banks. For example, ours is a preferred lender bank, and so we get the benefit of delegated authority. And so I already see great improvement, but to the extent that we can get the word out, there's also push and pull marketing, as I like to call it. There is where we can also get the public to be more informed. When I approach some prospective client or a client about an SBA product, they're not fully aware, and so we take a lot of time to consult them, to walk them through and explain to them this alternative. So to the extent I think that the SBA can even market the products more, get out, and if you will, if I use this vernacular, if we can brand the SBA a little more so that people are comfortable with it, understand that this is not your grandfather's SBA, I think it'll go a long way in encouraging local communities, local community banks to do more of that work.
One of the things of that Small Business 2010 Jobs Act was the 504 refinancing program, and that refinancing expired in June of 2012, so I wanted to have your thoughts on whether you support reauthorizing that section of the bill.
Thank you for speaking to 504. It's an important product. And to the extent that you were able to offer up the refi program, let me just tell you from my personal experience, it was very well received. At the onset, at the very beginning, I must say that we were trying to work our way through and try to understand it a little bit. But once we got it down is about when it's sunset. And so we were a little disappointed about that. As I understand it now, the president is supportive. From the community, understand the importance of the product, and so if I'm confirmed, I'd be delighted to work with you and explore ways in which we can continue to fill that important gap.
So is that you would support reauthorization of that?
If given the opportunity, I support the product. I think it's an important tool for Americans today.
Thank you.